Oh man, you can feel it, can't you? The air is just different. I am genuinely buzzing because the stuff we dug into this week, looking at the rookie battery, Dart and Cam Skattebo, energized Big Blue, it's not just about one game. It feels like we finally found the blueprint. So today we're going to unpack what this new energy, this new identity for Big Blue really looks like. It's like the source said, right? We found the charger, plugged it in, and boom, screen lights up, Jaxson Dart and Cam Skattebo. And thank goodness. I mean, we're all thrilled Dart's the guy under center now. This is the juice we needed.
It really is. It's more than just juice, though. It's about having a functional offense again. Analytically speaking, we've gone from, hoping for answers to actually giving defenses problems, repeatable problems. These two rookies, they basically turned that frown upside down, turned stagnation into first downs. You saw it immediately. Even Vegas had to wipe off the garlic knots and rethink things fast. The old script is out the window.
Okay. Let's break down that change, the stuff you can actually see and feel right away. It starts with their attitude, doesn't it? Let's talk Skattebo first. Cam Skattebo.
Yeah.
And let's get it right. Skattebo. When you watch him run, it's like the last oxtail plate is sitting on the goal line. He forces guys to make a business decision.
That's a good way to put it. And that aggressive style, it shows up on the stat sheet, or rather in the way the stats happen. First, the tempo. Look how fast they're getting to the line. That comes from the QB, comes from the RB urgency. Second, how Skattebo finishes. Those 3-yarders, suddenly they're 4 or 5 yards because he falls forward, keeps us ahead of the sticks. But the real X factor here is Dart. Jaxson Dart. He threatens defenses sideways, quick throws, designed runs, and he threatens them deep vertically. You can't just sit back or stack the box anymore. He has the legs and the vision to make you pay if you guess wrong.
And last week, wow. Top 5 performance easily. Our notes just kept saying pocket calm, which for a rookie, that's huge. Kept his eyes downfield under pressure. And those legs, they're like store credit, man. You use them when you absolutely need them.
Right, and that changes the whole team philosophy. We're not hoping for miracles anymore, like a receiver breaking 6 tackles. We're actually earning explosive plays through the design, through execution. And the really interesting part, the ripple effect, is those designed QB keepers Dart uses on third and medium.
Yeah, tell me more about that. That third down piece feels like the absolute engine here.
It's the game changer. Converting those third and mediums just kills those awful 3 and outs. And when the offense stays on the field, the defense gets to breathe, they rest, they adjust. You saw it late last week, didn't you? The pass rush suddenly had legs that start to really pop late in the fourth. Not magic, just fresh legs because they weren't constantly running back out there. Dart isn't just fixing the offense, he's boosting the defense's stamina too. It's incredible. Okay, so the big question, right? Is this real? Is it sustainable? Or just, some noisy luck, a flash in the pan? Based on everything we're seeing, our analysis says absolutely this is repeatable. We identified these 3, let's call them traveling habits, that showed Dart's success is built on solid ground.
I like that, traveling habits. Let's hit habit number 1. What is it?
Habit 1, first read profits. Simple concept, really. Quick feet in the drop back, gets the ball out on rhythm. He takes the layup. He sees the easy completion on the first read. Boom, he takes it. Why is that crucial? Keeps the O-line happy, first off. They don't have to block forever. Plus, it keeps you ahead of the chains. 3-4 yards consistently. The defense can't just pin their ears back or drop everyone deep.
So it's discipline. It's not just checking down out of panic. It's strategically taking the first best option the defense gives you.
Exactly. Maximizes efficiency. Then, habit number 2, play action explosives. This is where the run game and pass game really dance together. Dart cells that run fake, whether it's from under center or pistol, and then connects it to specific routes designed to punish defenses that bite.
Okay, what kind of routes are we seeing work best there? What are they trying to hit off that play action?
We're seeing a lot of post-cross combinations, deep sail routes, and that crosser coming over a dig route. The goal is attack deep middle or intermediate sideline. Right after that run fake pulls a safety or linebacker up just a step. If that safety takes even one false step towards Skattebo, Dart's got the arm to put it right over his head or into that vacated space. Requires timing, accuracy, selling the fake. Dart's doing it. And the third habit, which kind of ties it all together, QB run tags on third and medium. And these aren't scrambles, okay? These are reads. He's reading that defensive end, reading the scraping linebacker. If they overcommit inside or crash too hard on the back, Dart sees that green grass, that free grass, and he takes it. Converts drives that used to just die.
The big thing for me here is that Dart isn't trying to be a superhero every single play. He's not forcing throws into coverage or just running around hoping something happens. It's like our notes said, he's stacking coupons, taking the smart, easy gains, and then cashing them in for the big play when the defense gives him the opening. That controlled aggression feels sustainable.
It absolutely is. And look, if you want to talk about that offensive rookie of the year buzz getting real,
Yeah.
it gets real when the red zone touchdown numbers go up. That's the money zone. And down there in tight spaces, you need layers. You need that layered play action. You need stuff like backside glance RPO.
Hold up, glance RPO. Break that down quickly for people listening. Why is that so key down near the goal line?
Okay, yeah. So a glance RPO run pass option, it's usually a quick like 3-step route, often a slant or a quick hitch that glances inside right behind the run action. In the red zone, defenses jam the box to stop the run right, leaves those linebackers super vulnerable if they bite hard on the run fake. If that linebacker flies up to stop Skattebo, Dart just pulls the ball and zips that glance pass right behind him. Touchdown or first and goal. We also need to see clean execution on sprint outs, especially to his throwing arm side. Get max velocity on those throws to the flat. Those are the tools for scoring 6, not just moving the chains. So for you watching this Sunday, here's what to track. 1, watch Dart's eyes and feet on that first read. Does he take the profit? 2, watch the linebackers on play action. Do they freeze, even for a split second? And 3, count the design QB keepers on third down. Seriously, count them. That number tells you if the structure is holding.
That's a perfect setup for his running mate, the backfield bully himself. Let's talk Cam Skattebo. I loved that line in our analysis. Duo and inside zone are his canvas. He's patient, finds the crease, then bam, delivers the blow. He's not trying to make guys miss, necessarily. He's trying to run through them. If you try an arm tackle, he takes it as a hug request and says, request denied.
Exactly. And his yards after contact ability, it's truly elite. Comes down to a few things. First, his vision. On those inside runs, he's processing so much. Where's the double team winning? Which linebacker is flowing where? Then he decides, bend it or bang it, and there's zero hesitation, just plants his foot and goes. Second, that low pad level. It's just his natural build, low to the ground, makes it really hard for defenders to get a clean shot. Those glancing hits that might trip up other backs, just shrugs them off, falls forward, always gets that extra yard or two.
Which leads right into the payoff, right? The Lakin dividend. Explain that again, because that's where his physical style really pays off for the team.
It's basic physics, really, applied over 4 quarters. Skattebo delivers punishment on every carry, those 3-yard runs in the first quarter. By the fourth quarter, the defense is tired of tackling that bowling ball. Linebackers, safeties, they start to hesitate, maybe try to arm tackle instead of squaring up, and that's when those 3-yard runs suddenly become 7, 8, maybe more. He breaks those tackles late because he's worn the defense down. It's a cumulative effect.
Okay, so given that bruising style, we pulled some great coaching nibbles from the source material on how to keep defenses off balance. Can't just run duo and zone all day, can we?
No, absolutely not. You got to mix it up. The analysis suggested sprinkling in things like GT counterpulling, the guard and tackle, and also some mid-zone runs. Why? Well, duo and inside zone hit vertically, mostly. GT counter hits the edge, gives a totally different look horizontally. Mid-zone asks him to read the edge defender's leverage a bit more, just keeps the D-line and linebackers guessing. Prevents them from just keying on one thing.
And I really like the idea of using those quick throws, the arrow or flat route to Skattebo, especially on 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's almost free yardage sometimes. 4 or 5 easy yards. Makes the defense defend the whole width of the field right. That can loosen up the box for the next run. Sets up second and short or second and medium consistently. And crucially, keep pairing his runs with those glance RPOs we talked about. If teams try to load the box to stop the run, you make them pay instantly through the air. Hashtag the two-man effect and accountability. And that brings us right to the core idea, the synergy, the two-man effect. This is how you go from just having good players to having a really potent offensive attack.
Lay it out for us. How does Skattebo make Dart better, and how does Dart help Skattebo?
It's a beautiful feedback loop. Okay, so when the defense has to respect Skattebo between the tackles, and they do because of how he runs what happens, those linebackers creep up maybe half a step. That half step is all Dart needs to hit those quick slants or crosses into the windows right behind them. Skattebo's gravity opens up the quick game.
And the other way around. How does Dart help the run game?
When those defensive ends or edge rushers have to hesitate, even for a split second, because they fear Dart keeping the ball in a read option or a designed run, they can't just crash hard inside. That hesitation widens the running lanes for Skattebo, makes the O-line's job easier. And those play-action shots Dart hits, they work better because that hesitation buys him that extra tick in the pocket. It all connects. And think about the ripple effect elsewhere, the O-line. They're playing faster, more confident. They know where the ball's going. They trust the QB's reads.
And back to the defense again. Their endurance, man, it's huge. They stay fresh. The pass rush has juice late. Even special teams gets better field position because the offense isn't going 3 and out constantly. This rookie battery is lifting the whole team.
So if we're sorting out what to count on, what's repeatable versus what's just, noisy excitement, we got to focus on the routine. Repeatable. Dart's designed runs on third down. Dart taking those first read profits. Skattebo's discipline on duo and inside zone. Those designed play action shots hitting open space. That's the foundation.
And the noisy stuff is.
The noisy stuff is fun. It's the crazy scramble drills where Dart escapes 3 sacks, the busted coverage for an 80-yard bomb. Enjoy it when it happens, but you can't build a game plan. You can't build sustained winning on that. The wins come from executing the repeatable stuff consistently. Which brings us to the final thought, the big question for you to track this week. Connecting all this analysis, all these details, what are the essential ingredients for victory, powered by this rookie battery?
Right, the bottom line. And our deep dive gives a pretty clear answer, doesn't it? Victory really boils down to this. Cam Skattebo needs 20-plus touches, minimum, and crucially, 0 turnovers. You got to protect the rock with that volume. And Jaxson Dart needs to use his legs, designed runs, maybe 3 to 5 times in those key gotta-have-it spots, like third down or near the goal line. When that specific combo happens, the source says our altitude becomes our attitude. We dictate terms.
That's it right there. Energy isn't luck. It comes from routine. Dart reads, Skattebo runs, and the whole team, the whole fan base can finally breathe a little easier. Discipline plus physicality. That's the formula.
We got stamina now. That's the feeling. All right, you've got the keys. You know what to watch for. Share this with your Giants crew. Get everyone on the same page. We'll be back next week to check the receipts. See you then.
Just wanted to say a massive thank you for tuning in to Big Blue Tea.
Absolutely. And, a huge shout out always to Black Freezy TV.
Oh, definitely.
For the fantastic programming, the production, everything that makes this possible.
Yep. Their work behind the scenes is just really appreciated.
It really is.
This has been Big Blue Tea.